Other interesting cultural news, you have a church, well, I should say, quote unquote, church leader saying it's against their policy to accept white refugees from Southern Africa. And this is brought to us thanks to End Wokeness, in which he says, quote, Episcopal Church Bishop Sean Rowe says it's against what we stand for to help white refugees from South Africa, which, if you listen to him, he also sounds more like a politician than an actual leader of a church, which I believe is one of the contributing factors why so few people go to church these days, because, yeah, they're mostly just, well, I'd say glorified political areas and very little to do with actually teaching what the actual Bible stood for. Now, thankfully, it's only 29 seconds of insufferability, though it might feel like an eternity. We shall get through it together.
We can't be ourselves. We can't be ourselves in the Episcopal Church and take the step of resettling white Afrikaners from South Africa. Our church has a long commitment to racial justice and reconciliation, and we have historic ties with the Anglican Church of South Africa. Desmond Tutu is a part of been a partner in was a partner in this work for us. So we're just not able to take this step. It's not in line with anything that we're about, and we
Yeah. Why? I wonder why church membership is down. Yeah, guys like him. And it's been pretty viral. Got 2.2 million views as well as 15,000 likes. One of the first comments come to us thanks to Gunther Eagleman saying, quote, all political, time to take the tax exemption away. Getting 3.5 thousand likes. Yep. One of the reasons so many churches are so cowardice and they actually traditionally stayed away from anything political that would be, I would argue, be identified as libertarian or right leaning because they're scared crapless about losing their tax exemption. Matt Walsh rallied about this years ago, and I think it is true. A lot of churches sold out everything just so that they would appease the U.S. government and not talk about certain topics in exchange for that tax exemption. One of the reasons I'm so pessimistic about most churches these days. Paul Zupa says, quote, racial justice. How about helping white people from South Africa who are being prosecuted because of their race, getting 991, making 992 likes. Chuck Costello says, quote, WTF getting 372 likes. Livercat Media TM says, quote, but add some melanin, any melanin, and they will take them and flood our country with them. The sheer and utter hypocrisy of these clowns, getting 278 likes. Let's see. You also have Mirthful Moments say, quote, this. Why is the news freaking out about 50 white farmers from South Africa being granted refugee status? The left is fine with 20 million third world fake refugees coming, but the leftists object to real refugees fleeing violence. Is this because they're white? Getting 895, 902 likes. Whoa, it's got to be even more. You also have Crazy Vibes saying end racism. It's a picture of a white family, so it's not a modern commercial, that's for sure. And it says, white people, the only race you're allowed to legally discriminate against, getting 372 likes. Captain Dreamer is one of the top liked comments, saying, quote, Trump basically baited them into exposing that this is always about great replacement and never about refugees or human rights. I got 7.5 thousand likes. Oh, I thought you could make it 7.6. Nevertheless, Cyber Chief says, quote, this gentleman should be compelled to articulate what they stand for. That helping white people conflicts with. As a tax exemption church charity, this is unacceptable. I expect an investigation made from the House GOP. Okay, 1.6 thousand likes, which, yeah, I mean, the House GOP, I'm not sure what they're good for. They just voted against another pro-gun bill. Let's just say I'm pretty skeptical that they'll ever do anything. There are a lot of useless rhinos collecting paychecks these days. We also have TD 1973 saying, quote, no big deal for the Episcopal Church, like the Methodist Church and the Presbyterian USA Church. They're all dying on the vine. They all forgot their number one priority for saving souls and moved into political arena. The clergy have sold their souls for secular progressive justice. Getting 1.3 thousand likes. And let's see here. Crazy Moments also says South Africa is about to become Zimbabwe. And then it says South Africa, F around and find out. White farmers currently produce 95.3% of their corn, 98.7% of their wheat, 97.6% of their cotton, 97.2% of their citrus, 99% of their potatoes. I don't want to say it feels a little racist. The white folks make all the potatoes. The Irish too? Kidding. 91.4% of their tomatoes, 96.9% of their soybeans, 95.8% of their poultry, 66% of their cattle, and 89% of their wool. That got 367 likes. Kim vs. Newsom, trophy wife, says, quote, why doesn't he just chant kill the Boer like the rest of the genocide of South Africa? Maybe he can switch places with them in the name of equity. Getting 1.3 thousand likes, which, yeah, some of the political leaders in South Africa are literally calling for the death of white folks over there. Let's see. You also have the right axis saying, quote, apparently compassion comes with a DEI checklist. Are you suffering? Not enough. Are you white? Too bad. When churches turn away actual refugees because of their skin color, it's not theology, it's critical race theory investments. And you have a little comic strip, and it's called, ABC is called Woke Prime the Channel, and it has a priest with a LGBTQ banana, I forget what the acronym is these days, a cross with a rainbow on it. And the white folks say, what about the white family fleeing South Africa? And the priest goes, that's not what we stand for. And the guy says, that's Marx, not Jesus. And I got 1.4 thousand likes. Is this real? Suzanne says, quote, they should stop calling themselves a church and just announce what they are, Marxist cult. One of the Marxist cult's website is an Episcopal Church. They don't say where it is, but it just says it unveils their logo has been changed in color scheme, getting 95 likes. It is hilarious to see all the people upset about this. All these refugees who, actually real refugees, but we'll see if they actually realize their hypocrisy. Harry also says outrageous but not unexpected from the woke Episcopal Church. And there's a woman priest with a trans flag sash and a bunch of people with the same t-shirts. And they have what used to be an old beautiful church made of stone. And then they have the Pride Progress flag with the asexual logo. They updated it yet again. Whoever is making flags is really making a killing these days. I chose the wrong business model. The flag business is doing great. That got 58 likes. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, a lot of people are referencing the new Pope. We'll see what he does. But let me know your thoughts, guys. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so you can click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.